I am so done with summer. I am sick of this hot-ass weather, these sticky-ass people walking around Chicago while it's 90 million degrees outside in a city that can get somehow to negative 50 degrees in the winter. You know what? It's September, bitches. I am just 2 months away from starting to listen to Christmas music. You know what? It's time for fall. I don't care what you say, we are not in summer anymore. And today, we're gonna be doing my fall TBR. I'm Savvy, it's September. This is a great month for a lot of things. For example, my birthday is coming this month. Quick update on my birthday. I know in a previous video I said that for my birthday I was going to go to the American Girl store to celebrate turning 27 and all my friends were going to get dolls and all that and it was going to be great. Except for right now I'm trying to save money to expand my business and I'm like saving every single dollar that I possibly can. So I'm not actually going to have a birthday party this year, but I will be planning my American Girl birthday extravaganza for when I turn 30. That's in 3 years from now, so hopefully I will still be just as obsessed with toys as a 30-year-old as I am as an almost 27-year-old, which I don't see changing anytime soon, so don't worry about that. If you guys are new to this channel, welcome! Hello, I'm glad you're here. Please don't forget to subscribe. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday around 11 a.m. Central, I have new videos coming out about books and writing, so ring that bell because you don't want to miss them. Today, I'm going to be going over the books that I'm going to be reading this fall for my TBR. Starting off, we've got a book that I've been meaning to read for a long time, and that is Britt-Marie Was Here by Frederick Bachman. I absolutely loved the character of Britt-Marie in My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry. I mean, obviously at first I hated her because she's supposed to be the love-to-hate kind of character, but then she gets so well developed and I loved her, and then I was psyched as hell that she got her own book. So this is gonna be good shit. I got this book like 2 years ago and I just like, it kept getting put on the back burner. I don't know why, because I read like the sample chapter of this that was in the back of, I think, A Man Called Ove. I was like, wow, this book sounds pretty amazing. I need to read this. And now I'm going to read it. I'm feeling this book right now. Britt-Marie Was Here. Now, in complete contrast to Britt-Marie Was Here, we're gonna read She's Not Here by Mandi Lynn. So maybe the She's Not Here refers to Britt-Marie because Britt-Marie was here, but now she's not. However, I don't believe that Mandi Lynn and Frederick Bachman write in the same universe, although Mandi Lynn, let me know if you guys do because that'd be pretty goddamn cool. She's Not Here is one of the books that I mentioned getting during my AuthorTuber book haul video. Mandi Lynn is a fellow AuthorTuber just like I am. I love supporting my fellow AuthorTube friends, and this book is one that I've been really excited to read because I know it deals with themes related to Alzheimer's. Now, I'm writing a book, One Final Vinyl, that I've mentioned in a few videos and will update you guys on again soon, that has a character who's dealing with Alzheimer's. That's kind of how Mandi Lynn and I first connected, was that we were both writing Alzheimer's related books, except this one's completely different because this is like a sci-fi type of thing, whereas mine's like a contemporary, like mumblecore indie movie style of book, but this is completely different and I'm really excited. I've seen a few reviews of this, and based on the reviews, the plot sounds like something I'd be really fascinated by. Also, the cover's just like amazing. And what's cool is that it's a signed copy. Too savvy, keep writing. Don't worry about it, I will. Next up, this is Fall in a Book. It is Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks. Check it out. This book is signed. Oh, I still got my little post-it in there because when you go to a book signing for big name authors, they make you write your name on a post-it so that you don't hold up the line telling them how to spell your name. If only I could get to that level one day. I usually am like, your child's name is Michael? Is that M-I-C-H-A-E-L? Okay, just making sure because I know names are spelled tons of different ways and I don't want to spell it wrong. Okay, I know this interaction is taking 10, 15, 20 minutes to sign your book, but it doesn't matter because literally the line is 3 people long. So maybe when I get to this level one day, I'll get to do post-it notes with people's names. Anyway, that's beside the point. This book is adorable. I was recently at the book signing that Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks did in Chicago, and I'm going to do a whole video about that because I have fun stories from that, so we're going to have like a story time video for that. But can we just look at this art? Like, this is fall. This is fall, friends, and I think the art is just so cute, and I like pumpkins. If you couldn't tell, I designed a book cover with a pumpkin on it. I'll link that video up in the cards talking about that, but I love pumpkins. I think I'm gonna love Pumpkinheads. I love Rainbow Rowell's writing. I haven't read much by Faith Erin Hicks, but based on the art style that I've seen of her, it's fantastic, so I'm excited. Next up, this is a book I got in Indie Book Box. If you guys saw my unboxing video where I unboxed my Indie Book Box, which unfortunately Indie Book Box went out of business, and I'm so sad about that because that was one of my favorite small businesses to support. But I'm glad that when I did get Indie Book Box that this was one of the books I got because I'm so excited for the story. This is called The Tribulations of August Barton by Jennifer LeBlanc. This book is incredibly quirky, it's got that quirky humor and an indie movie feel inside a novella, which is exactly what I was going for when I wrote Beauty King, and I'm a couple pages into this book, and part of me is I'm gonna reach out to this author and be like, your tone is exactly the same as my tone was when I wrote Beauty King, so can we do a crossover episode kind of thing? Can we do a thing where both of our books take place in the same universe? I mean, she's got all her contact information, I'm just gonna do that when assuming I like this book, but so far I think it's hilarious, so if I continue to love this book and think it still seems like a kind of thing where we could do a crossover, I'm gonna be like, yo, Jennifer, let's do a crossover. I hope she'll be open to it. I don't know, Jennifer, if you're watching this video, let's do a crossover. This book is about a young man who's starting his freshman year in college. He's very socially awkward because he's kind of shy. He's going through a lot of weird things in his life. His mom's getting divorced. The weirdest thing is that his grandma is a retired prostitute, and she keeps getting up in his business and being like, yo, August, you need to go to this party and get drunk because I don't want you just sitting in your room watching Star Wars for the millionth time again. You need to learn to live your life. I mean, I love sassy old lady characters. Just read One Final Vinyl. I mean, Jennifer, are we on the same wavelength? The next book I'm going to be reading in the fall is called To Be Honest. I am excited for this book because the protagonist is named Savvy. I'm not gonna lie, that's the only reason I bought this book, which is a little bit ridiculous, I know, but I pre-ordered this long before it came out because I heard that this book had a protagonist named Savvy, and I've never read a book with a protagonist named Savvy before. Now, her name is actually Savannah, and she goes by Savvy with 2 V's. She goes S-A-V-V-Y. I'm just S-A-V-Y, so I kind of wish I could just cross out all the extra V's, but that would take too long, so I'm not going to do that. I don't know, that's going to be a weird experience for me. People who have common names like Mary or John, what does it feel like when you read a book with a protagonist who has the same name as you? Is it weird? Is it weird to be this person, what they're going through? What if it's what I'm going through? Or do you feel like you relate to them harder? Or when they do something stupid or mess up or have something awful happen to them, do you feel it harder because you're ooh, but that's my name? I don't know. That's a weird question to ask, but I don't know many. I rarely meet any other Savvies, and I mean, the one year there was a beauty queen, Miss America, named Savvy, and that was the same year I released Beauty King, so I milked that for some clout. But other than that, I never really meet any Savvies, so I'm excited to read about this Savvy. Also, I think this book has to do, it says newsflash, fat isn't a bad word, so I think it has to do with some body positivity, which is also what Sculpt Yourself is about body image and body positivity, and this girl is Savvy, so I think the universe is just coming together for me. Yay for fall. Oh my god, this is gonna fall over. Ha, fall over because it's fall. Those are all the physical books I'm going to be reading this fall, unless I start reading something else, which who knows, I'm a loose cannon. But now let's move on to the ebooks and audiobooks that I'm going to be reading this autumn. Autumn audiobooks. That would be a good title for a video, or would it? I don't know if it's SEO is good or just the alliteration or the assonance or whatever. So the audiobook I'm currently reading is Becoming by Michelle Obama. So far it's really good. I'm kind of surprised at the length of it, because generally nonfiction and memoir type books don't tend to be that long. I think it's 400 something pages. I don't know because I'm listening to it, but it's 19 hours of audiobook content, which is most audiobooks I listen to are in the 5 to 6 hour range, so I'm this is pretty long. But then again, I listen to a lot of self-help and business advice and those kind of books on audiobook. I don't generally listen to novels, but this is a memoir. I pretty much exclusively listen to nonfiction on audiobook. I don't know why, but that's what I do. So I'm listening to Becoming right now, and I'm 5-ish hours into it, and I love it so far. I think Michelle Obama is a fantastic narrator, and I'm really excited to hear more about her life. I really like that right now we're learning about her childhood growing up in Chicago, because the stuff she did as First Lady was obviously incredible, but like, we all saw that as the public. Not that we know the behind the scenes stuff, but we never really got to know her as a person, like what her life was like as a child, what her dreams were, like all of that. And I think that's the more interesting stuff to learn right now. And the fact that it takes place in Chicago, which is where I live. And as I'm reading it, I'm like, you grew up around the same time as my mom on the south side of Chicago, which is where my mom's from. And I'm like, I wonder if my mom and Michelle Obama were friends. I'm sure they weren't, because I'm sure that would have come up at some point in my life. But no, it's just a cool connection to like hear about parts of the city that like I'm familiar with and just be like, yeah, we have the same hometown. The next book I'm reading is an ebook, and it is Beds Are for Flowers by R.K. Gold. I'm actually partway through this book right now, and I'm excited to do a review on it soon because it's a fairly short book. And it's aimed at a younger audience and has a very cool like fairy tale like quality to it. So I'm excited for that, and also because R.K. Gold is one of my best friends here on not just YouTube, but on the internet and also in life. It's pretty cool when the friends you make on the internet just become your real life friends. So he's one of those people for me, so I'm really enjoying reading this book. The other ebook that I'm going to be reading, which I might actually read the print copy of this, I'm not sure yet, is The Founding Lie by Nicole McKeon. This is the sequel to The Laws of Founding. I did a full review on The Laws of Founding, which I'll link up in the cards. Nicole McKeon is another AuthorTuber, and she's one of my favorite AuthorTubers and also one of my favorite authors in general, because the Laws of Founding was fantastic. So I'm really excited to read The Founding Lie, the sequel to it. I have the ebook arc of it right now, but then I messaged Nicole and was like, can I have the paperback arc? Like, I didn't want to be like that bitch who was like, actually I want the paperback arc, but like I saw she had some of them printed, so I was like, you know, you don't know if you don't ask. So she said she might have one, so maybe I'll actually read the paperback arc of that instead. And then the other book I'm going to be reading this fall is a physical book, but I just don't have it yet because it's not out yet, and that is Wayward Son by Rowell. That's coming out at the end of September, and I pre-ordered it like months ago because I'm really hyped for this book. And I also have things to say about Carry On and Wayward Son when I do my video where I talk about meeting Rainbow Rowell, because like I just have things to say, so stay tuned for that. But I'm really excited for Wayward Son, and I pre-ordered that book, so I will be getting that at the end of September, so I don't have it yet, but that is another major book on my TBR for this fall, and I'm really, really pumped for that. What's on your guys' TBR this fall? Are you guys as excited to be done with the shitstorm that is summer as I am? Because I'm done with it. I'm ready to drink hot coffee out of my dog mom mug. I mean, who am I kidding? I do that year round. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Even if you didn't enjoy it, give it a like anyway, because, like, it doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys thought about the books on this list. Do you guys have your fall TBRs together? Have you read any of these books, and what are your thoughts on them? If you'd like a fall TBR recommendation, I'm here to self-promote out the ass because I'm not sponsored by anyone, so here, watch me self-promote. My novella, Beauty King, it takes place in the fall. It takes place in October in a small town. There's a fucking pumpkin on the cover. You couldn't get more fall than this book. And it has a new cover that I just designed, so check it out, linked in the description below. Also, my novel Sculpt Yourself, guess what? Takes place in the fall. So if you're interested in that book, it's not as fall specific in that there's not like beautiful leaves and open land and pumpkins everywhere, but there is cold Chicago weather, so if that hypes you up, which it hypes me up, so check out Sculpt Yourself, linked in the description below. This Wednesday, the video I have coming out might be just a meme. I have a couple like short meme videos that I'm just gonna pop on in there, because Friday I have a huge ass video coming out, like this Friday. I'm working on a video essay right now that has like tons of research and is going to be like scripted to an extent, not fully, but I'm just like really working on this video, so I'm putting all my time into that. So Wednesday's video might just be a stupid meme, kind of like my Lion King meme that I posted a few weeks ago. This might be along those lines, like a YouTube poop kind of deal, but you know what, I love those. So that's what you'll see on Wednesday, but on Friday, stay tuned for a huge ass video essay. In the meantime though, don't forget to support small businesses. Happy reading and happy fall.